Previously on
DanganRonpa.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Guess it's back!
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault! When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights! It was me.
No. No.
The footprints. They're mine.
AOI? No. No. I cannot accept this. I cannot. No. If they're gonna say that AOI was the one who killed... No! No! There is a possibility that you could have done it, but... Why? No. This has to be... There's gotta be a bigger thing to it. There gotta be a bigger thing to it. There has to be. I legit took out more frustration on water bottles that had nothing to do with this whatsoever. Sorry, water bottles.
Hina?
There has to be something bigger to this. There has to be something majorly bigger than this.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
There's something bigger. No, there's something bigger.
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep,
There's no way. There's no way.
I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
No! Guys! No. They said that Sakura's death was made. Sakura's body was found at 12, right? No. Jeez, let's assume that her death was at 12. The footprints could have only appeared after the death. After. Everything could have surmised after the death. No, there's still something missing, majorly missing. I hope Kyoko can help us with this. Sneakers, huh? Makoto and Byakuya, Makoto and Hina. Makoto and Hina?
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Wait, why are we rolling? No. There was also dust found on Sakura's shoes. On Sakura's shoes there was dust found. Like the same powder, or the same poison powder. Why are we ruling out Sakura? His footprints must be. Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, let me see what shoes and... Well, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
I personally found nothing wrong with it, to be honest. She was extremely emotional and she had a proper frustration because her friend died.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
There's no way. There's no way.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
There's no way.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
AOI. There's no way. There's no way. I still don't believe it. Things aren't adding up here. They aren't adding up. Kyoko, please save us here.
Hina, is it true?
Kyoko, please save us.
Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did,
Kyoko, please, I'm begging you.
why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it.
You have no idea how fast my heart is beating. Kyoko, best girl, please save us out of this freaking existential thing that I want to label as nightmare right now. Oh, Jesus. This is the most intense freaking trial, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Like, I am shaking right now. Kyoko. Girl. Ow. Actually hurts. Ow. Fuck. Ow. Ow. That actually hurt my ears. Never doing that again. Oh. Take it away. Save us.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
I'm totally with Kyoko. I'm 100% with her.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
I'm not either.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yes.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well,
She didn't.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Byakuya is missing one of the most crucial parts ever. There were 3 people in this entire... before Sakura's death, in this entire squad, I guess, or I guess this student body, that wore sneakers. Makoto, Hina, Asahina, Aoi Asahina, and Sakura, who has poison dust, poison powder, on her freaking shoe.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Aoi's not telling us something. Aoi's not telling us a crucial part. Aoi's not telling us an important part here. Yasuhiro didn't. He didn't. Tokuro didn't. And now Aoi isn't. Aoi's not telling us the most important pieces of information. She knows something that nobody else knows. Something that maybe Sakura told her, or she had a conversation with Sakura. She knows something here.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Kyoko, please take it away.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It does matter because we found Sakura's body at 12 p.m. The only time, even Byakuya said, the only time somebody could have even been tampering with the chemicals at all afterwards would have to be after the murder, after Sakura's body, after Sakura already died. So it would have to be anywhere after 12 p.m.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
She isn't.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
You're wrong.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
No, because there would have been footprints on Section C then, of you walking away.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That still does not even... Nobody is even explaining about the locked room yet. The room was locked from inside out. Look, I know I said in the very beginning of this, I hope I'll actually leave it, I don't know, I may have to edit it out because it kind of took long in the very beginning, but I said that there could be 4 suspects to this. Yasuhiro, Toko, Aoi, and Sakura. Yasuhiro, because he's the only one bit sketchy, we already know he didn't do it. Toko, already know we didn't do it. Aoi, we got Aoi and Sakura. The reason I'm saying it's Sakura because there could possibly be a reason she took her own life. There still could be a possibility for it. What is the reason? What is the motive? I don't know, but there's still a possibility that it could be a legit thing. So far we haven't had a suicide case, but it could be the first one. I could be completely bonkers and wrong, and you could be yelling in the comments saying, Thamriel, you're stupid, you're an idiot. Why would you even think of suicide as a possible thing? It's not even true. There is still a chance. Nothing has told me so far that suicide could not be ruled out.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
The footsteps were led from C to A, not from just on the side over to A.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Exactly. The person that got the protein or the poison and switched them around came away from over to A.
Yeah.
But if that's true, then no. Isn't that a little strange? It is! The footsteps are leading away from A. See, from the left side towards A. If I were to go from C to A, we would have seen a set of footprints going from C to A and then from A out. But they're leading towards A and then out from A, never even mentioning or coming around towards C a single time.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Oh god. Not one of these again. Ooh, make an argument. Oh jeez. Footprints in the powder, chem lab, source of the powder. Footprints. This has to be about footprints.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
No, that's
where
wrong.
I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Nope.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
One more round. Just let me go around again with that one. In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? They didn't go from C to A, they went directly from outside to A. That's where they went to.
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
That's fine, you did.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Exactly. We got her. She's telling us a lie here. She's lying.
You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A.
They only went to A and back.
That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
We would have seen footsteps. We would have seen evidence of that.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
well, you see...
AOI?
What the?
Byakuya is all flustered. We got him. We got him. First time we got Byakuya flustered here.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, look at him. He's scared. He's terrified. Oh, I actually like this. We finally got Byakuya on the ropes here. We finally figured out something. Me and Kyoko together. Mostly Kyoko. Something that Byakuya completely missed.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Jesus, Kyoko, what do you find this stuff?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass. Oh! Same glass that was found in the protein bottle inside the recreation room.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
A shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison that was under the protein bottle. Think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. Rec room window, bottle of poison. Rec room window.
I got it!
This has to be it. This has to be.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right, it must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Oh. Somebody stuck it inside. somebody must have. Oh god, I just figured out Kyoko, best girl, but seriously, somebody must have took one of the shards from glass that we broke inside, took it with him, went to the chemistry room, stuffed it in one of the bottles, and put it in the A room so that he could present the argument and try to, wait, did Byaku do it? Oh god.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
What was the bottle of poison? Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, section C of the shelf, rec room locker, section C. Hina said she put the bottle of poison in section C of the shelf in the chem lab, right? Sure, that's what he said. Think harder.
shoot!
Oh shit, we lost a heart. A.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
What was it bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? At the time it should have been in C. No, in time it should have been A. According to what Hina told us, it should have been A.
I got it!
We got it. Save the heart back a
The
little.
bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Exactly, that's what I've been saying. Even Byakuya said, oh god, I think Byakuya orchestrated the whole thing. Oh god. I think he must have. Because even he said, either he or Kyoko, I forgot, but I'm pretty sure he said, that there shouldn't have been anything done in the chem room until after the death of Sakura.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can.
Alright.
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Wait.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. It's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was open, because it was under the glass. It was under the glass, that's why. Make your argument. Ooh, source of powder, empty protein drink, chem lab shelf. Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Because the shards of glass were underneath the glass. You know, the protein drink was on top
You
of it.
remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Why is Becker so fidgety here? What is going on? He either did it. It could be a possibility, although he hasn't shown any interest. Or he just so flustered that he doesn't know what we know.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
And that confirms, possibly confirms, this was a suicide case.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Byakuya is being very polite.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I think it was Sakura actually. The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to be in Sakura.
I got it!
It had to have been.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
What is going on with Aoi? There's something happening with her. Something she's not telling us more. No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko had already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh god, not another one of these. Moment of truth. Oh shit.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Oh, please don't hate us. Aoi, we're doing it for your good, girl.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it!
I just gotta keep up with the rhythm game right now.
You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Final strike.
Do you
Yellow
have
powder.
any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Oh, this time I did better. Much better. Much better.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Did she?
It did?
It did.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
I gotta say, this is the most stressful episode ever. Whew.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
That's the only thing it could be.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around. And some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
Nope.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
You didn't.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It has to be in Sakura. It has to be Sakura. Sakura killed herself.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
It does. It really does. See, at first, like, after recording last time, I overlooked the entire, I looked over the entire evidence pile that we had, all the truth bullets and everything. I looked over throughout everything I could possibly find regarding what happened. There's the only explanation that could be she drank the poison willingly to kill herself. Because obviously Monokuma had something on her. Obviously he had something on her. So this was the best way to maybe lose that connection, lose the, the leverage that he had on her? Maybe?
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create a locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Wow, it's actually kind of sad if you think about it. Shit. Was she was probably was she in denial of what Sakura could have done?
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and she got the others. She said she was going to get the others, but whenever they arrived, she was yelling at them.
You said you were going to go get everyone else.
But she didn't.
But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Ugh, ogre! Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed? I see. Sorry.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
But why? Well, I kind of understand why. Maybe denial? The fact that she didn't want to admit that her friend was dead and took her own life? Maybe?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Next time on
DanganRonpa.